Good morning, students. Good morning, students. Wastewater, our subject is wastewater management. We are in unit 6, last chapter and last topic today. So today we are going to close wastewater management subject. So present our topic is manufacturing process and origin characteristics, effects and treatment methods of pharmaceutical plants. Pharmaceuticals waste treatment contents. Guys, introduction, effluent treatment of pharmaceutical industry, Indian waste effluent standards, global waste effluent standards, case study, health risk of pharmaceutical effluents, and these are topics we are going to discuss. Introduction. Guys, pharmaceutical industry is one of the category of highly polluting industries and generates strong wastewater of a high chemical oxygen demand along with hazardous waste which require effective treatment and disposal of effluents. Generally, the pharmaceutical industries provides conventional ETPS based on activated sludge process consisting primary treatment, neutralization, flocculation, primary settling. Secondary treatment, that is biological treatment comprising of surface erosion, secondary setting, and tertiary treatment, dual media filtration, that is pressure sand and activated carbon filter MERO. Pharmaceutical industry can be divided into two stages as per their manufacturing activity. Active pharmaceutical ingredients, bulk active. US FDA defines bulk drugs as any substance that is represented for use in a drug and that when used in the manufacturing, processing or packaging of a drug becomes an active ingredient or a finished dosage from of the drug. Three different methods used for manufacturing bulk drugs are chemical synthesis, natural and biological product extraction, and fermentation. Finished dosage forms formulation. It means a medicine processed out of or containing one or more bulk drugs with or without the use of any pharmaceutical aids. The major steps involved in formulation unit are blending the APIs with filler materials, making the APIs suitable to formulations, tablets and capsules, and filling and packing. Here, guys, effluent treatment of pharmaceutical industry. Typical characteristics of pharmaceutical effluents: purity of final product is very important in pharma industry. Thus, rejects unreacted and converted portion of raw materials contribute to the major pollution load to ETP. The industry involves several batch reactors to get a required product, and each reaction yields different kinds of pollutants depending upon particular reactants and the process. This is the schematic flowchart of the process. Guys, here the first one is the reactant solvent, that is the reactor, and the process emissions, and from reactor the separation. So alkali acid separation or spent solvent distillation. from the solvent losses or distillation residue and recovered solvent. From separation, water, from water to filtration, from filtration to effluent to ETP, and from filtration, activated carbon, from activated carbon to purification, and the spent carbon effluents to ETP. From purification to dryer to product, from dryer to water vapor. This is the schematic flowchart of the process. Methods of treatment of liquid water in pharmaceutical industry. So guys, methods of treatment of liquid waste in pharmaceutical industry. The major potential liquid pollutants generated from the manufacturing plants are from formulation washing effluent, bulk drug washing effluent, mother liquor, utility drain, domestic effluent, and reverse osmosis plant rejects. These effluent streams are segregated as a biodegradable and non-biodegradable effluent. The treated biodegradable wastewater after proper treatment is reused for green belt development and in utilities. The non-biodegradable effluent is further segregated and collected as solvent rich mother liquor ml, aqueous base ml, high total dissolved solids stream from RO reject is taken to MEE for solidification. So guys, this is the effluent management. The first one is that the effluents are high TDS or non-biodegradable streams, and the mother liquor are bottom cut or organic incinerable solid waste. So this is the guys, one two, this is the four. So the effluent from high TDS or non-biodegradable streams to MEE, MEE to ATFD, from ATFD to solids, from solids to self or TSDF. Here guys, and effluents from effluents biodegradable streams to ETP, ETP to UF, NF or RO. From again, so guys here from MEE to distillate to ETP, or from UN or NF or RO to reject to and MEE, and again MEE to concentrate. So here and from ETP to permit to cooling tower and plantation. So here and from effluents, mother liquor or bottom cut uh, organic or incinerable solid waste to uh, incinerator, from incinerator to ash to TDSF or SLF, and from here from ash to from incinerator to spray dryer, from spray dryer to scrubber, and from scrubber to again spray dryer, and the spray dryer to ash. This is called the effluent management flow chart. Segregation of effluent stream and treatment. The non-biodegradable effluent inorganic streams of all production plants are segregated and sent to MEE and ATFT plants for treatment. B. The remaining biodegradable streams are collected and treated in conventional effluent treatment plants, that is activated sludge process ASP and UASB, electrocoagulation, advanced oxidation, which are basically a combination of primary treatment, secondary treatment, and tertiary treatment. So this is the process flow diagram of effluent treatment system. So first we started from organic stream. So organic stream to oil and grease trap capacity 0.75 kl, and from oil and grease trap capacity 0.75 kl to equalization tank 1 and 2 capacity 17 kl, and from here equalization tank capacity to neutralization tank capacity, from neutralization tank capacity to flash mixer, from flash mixer to turb settler, from turb settler to aeration tank of 4000 kiloliters. So from aeration tank to primary clarifier 15 kl, and again primary clarify to here sludge tank 5 kl capacity, from sludge kl capacity to filter plus here, from tube settler to sludge, and the sludger here adds in the sludging process. So again, these sludge 5 kl capacity reaches to the filter process, and again filter process to here the equalization tank 1 and 2 capacity TL. So again here cooling tower to here inorganic inorganic stream high TDS, and equalization tank 3 capacity 17 kiloliters, and a neutralization tank high TDS capacity 10k, and MEE 15k kiloliters for a day, and ATFD and solid salt. So here guys, the last one primary clarifier 15 KL to secondary clarifier 20 KL, from secondary clarifier to treated water sump capacity, and from treated water sump capacity to ACF or MGF capacity, and again from ACF or MGF capacity to flow utility makes up on fund discharge. This is the process flow diagram of effluent treatment system. So guys, this is the primary treatment. Primary clarifier of IPCA Private Limited, Indore, Madhya Pradesh. The effluent form production blocks collected into the collection tank, and domestic effluent collected into the domestic collection tank through septic tank. Both the effluents are equalized in the equalization tank. Raw effluent streams of biodegradable are first received at the equalization tank. This composite effluent is then pumped to neutralization tank. Here, acid or alkali is administered to achieve a near neutral pH. Then, effluent is pumped to a flash mixer. From there, by gravity, goes to chemical mixing tank and then to primary clarifier. Secondary treatment. The clarified effluent from the primary clarifier is routed two-stage aerobic biological treatment using the activated sludge process. Sewage effluent is also charged into the organic matters in the effluent. Thank you. In the effluent, undergo biological stabilization in the aeration tank to produce byproducts such as carbon dioxide and water. As a result of organic matter assimilation, the population of microorganisms within the aeration tank will increase, which need to be removed in a secondary clarifier. A major portion of the settled biomass is recirculated back to the aeration tank. Remaining portion of the biomass is wasted as excessive sludge. This sludge is filtered in a filter press and dried on drying beds and finally sent to TSDF site for disposal. Territory treatment. Clarifier effluent from secondary collection tank is passed through DMF dual media filter, graded media sand, and activated carbon added in the pressure dual media filter. The finally treated effluent collected into the treated collection tank and treated water used for horticulture purpose. The treated effluent is transferred to RO feed tank for recovery of 80 to 85% of water permit and 15 to 20% of reject in sent to MWE plant for further treatment. Water recovery. Water is recovered from advanced technology using RO plant and MEE plant. RO plant. RO plant also generates 50 to 20%, 20 to 50 to 20% reject water. The pressurized effluent is forced through a semi-permeable membranes of 0.0001 micron to the freshwater recovery site. The membrane rejects the salt ions present in the effluent water and allows the pure water to pass through the thin membrane material. Spray dryer. Spray dryer is operated using waste heat of a flue gas where the concentrate of MEE get dried to get solids. Reverse osmosis plant. Uh, in this reverse osmosis plant, first the raw influent to ETP, ETP to microfiltration, from microfiltration to ultrafiltration, from ultrafiltration to nanofiltration, from nanofiltration to reverse osmosis. Here guys, uh, when we are starting from ETP to microfiltration, from microfiltration to ultrafiltration, that's okay. For example, if ultrafiltration, and again we need to take one raw, that is from ultrafiltration to reject back to the biological system. Again, these reject back to biological system from FTP, and FTP to microfiltration, microfiltration to ultrafiltration. From here, ultrafiltration to nanofiltration. Here, from nanofiltration takes a spray dryer, a spray dried solid to landfill. Here, spray dryer, the reject total dissolved solids 8000 ppm. And again here, non-filtration to reverse osmosis. From here, non-filtration and reverse osmosis to take a spray dryer. And again last, reverse osmosis to recycle TDS 100 to 300 ppm cooling tower. This is the reverse osmosis plant, MEE plant. MEE plant for treatment and recovery of water from non-biodegradable inorganic of production, plant and RO reject. MEE plant comprises of a stripper, 4 effect forced circulation evaporator, and agitated thin film dryer. The steam stripper for removing volatile solvents, multiple effect evaporator for concentrating effluent, and ADFD for drying concentrated effluent to from solid waste. The distillate of the ATFD is added to the ETP for further treatment, and the solids are disposed to secured landfill site or TSDF. Multi-effect evaporator. From the multi-effected evaporator uh, system, here guys, feed steam, vapor, and to vacuum pump and condense. Feed steam P5 T5, last effect P1 T1, second effect P2 T2, first effect, second effect, third effect. In feed steam P5 PS TS, first effect P1 T1, second effect P2 T2, third effect P3 T3. So here guys, the condense and the product, the steam condense. Triple effect evaporator, P2, PB, P3 vapor pressure, TS, T1, T2, T3 temperature, where greater than P5 to P1, P1 to P2, P2 3, P3. India waste effluent standards. So guys, here Indian waste effluent standards, effluent standards compulsory parameters. Limiting pH is 6.0 to 8.5, oil and grease 10, BOD biological oxygen demand 3 days at 27 degrees centigrade is limiting is 100, total suspended solids 100. BioC test 90% of survival of fish after first 96 hours in 100% effluent. Additional parameters: mercury 0.01, arsenic 0.20, chromium 0.10, lead 0.10, cyanide 0.10, phenolysis 1.0, sulfates 2.0, and the phosphate as p 5 node. The BOD and COD limits shall be 30 milligram per liter and 250 milligram per liter respectively. If treated effluent is discharged directly into a freshwater body, that is a stream, canal, river, or lake, the biosafety test shall be conducted as per Indian standards. Global waste effluent standard. Pharmaceutical and pesticide manufacturing industries, biological oxygen demand 30, chemical oxygen demand 100, and suspended solids 30, and true color 550. Here, parameter benzene here, US EPA pharma standards, maximum daily incharge, and International Finance Corporation effluent levels of pharmaceutical manufacturing in milligram per liter. Benzene 0.05 is the maximum, but here in International Finance 0.02. Toluene 0.05, here 0.02. Xylene 0.06, here 0.01. Methylene chloride 0.9, here 0.3. Chlorobenzene 0.15, 0.06. Isopropyl alcohol 3.9, 1.6. Methanol 10, 4.1. Ranboxy Laboratories Limited, Malanpur, Madhya Pradesh, performance of ETP. Here guys, data of sampling and treatment technology, primary treatment neutralization tank, flash mixer, tube settler, secondary treatment, aeration and settling tank, territory treatment, ACF, MGF, MEE, ATFT. Parameter pH, inlet 1.1, outlet 7.74, percentage of removal of load. All values are here milligram per liter except pH. TSS 9.19, inlet outlet 151. Removal of load 83.56. Here COD inlet 1,14,307, but outlet 229. The percentage of the 99.79% of removal of load, and the biological oxygen demand 3,51,000. 3,51,000 is the inlet, but outlet is only 51. So almost 99.85% removal of load. Hazardous waste generated. Ranboxy Laboratories Limited obtained authorization under HW HNTM rules 2008. The industry has obtained TSDF Pithampur membership for disposal of HW as per authorization. DG set used oil category 5.1 mode of disposal sale to authorized and registered recycler or reprocess. Drug manufacturing process, distillation residues waste 20.3 TSDF Pithampur. Drug manufacturing process, name process residue waste 28.1 category and TSDF Pithampur. Drug manufacturing process, discarded barrels or container 33.3 TSDF Pithampur. Here effluent treatment plant, chemical sludge from ETP 34.3 TSDF Pithampur. Health risk of pharmaceutical effluents. The long-term exposure of lower concentration of complex pharmaceutical mixtures on stream biota may result in acute and chlorinic damages, behavior changes, accumulation in tissues, reproductive damage, and inhibition of cell proliferation. Proliferation. Several studies have demonstrated that fish exposure to wastewater effluents can exhibit reproductive abnormalities. Moreover, fish exposure to trace levels of birth control pharmaceuticals in the range of concentrations found in the environment show dramatic decreases in reproductive success. Thank you guys, all of you, for your patience. Thank you very much.